Hi, we're BEAFETS. This first song is called Fallen Leaves. Crush up that tablet, I don't have an appetite. For years I've always tried to catch these falling knives. I've formed a habit of not taking sound advice. Veneered by ashtray smoke and all these flying kites. Turn out the bright lights, hear what I've got to say. Once in a lifetime, everything goes my way. Hey, don't waste a crisis. It's not always like this. Compensated for your loss. Your face is priceless. Call you my highness. Hang me up upon your cross. Write elevator music for the girl next door. Last time I played that song, she was screaming out for more. Damn, not your bedpost with your mattress on the floor. He goes for hours and you can't walk to the store. Turn out the bright lights, hear what I've got to say. Once in a lifetime, everything goes my way. Hey, hey, don't waste a crisis. It's not always like this. Compensated for your loss. Your face is priceless. Call you my highness. Hang me up upon your cross. Go flush that tablet now. I've fed my appetite. So the band started a few years ago now. Me and John went to high school together. Just kind of started off playing music together in each other's bedrooms.
Sounds very suggestive.
I promise you it wasn't like that.
Just two young men enjoying some music in each other's bedrooms.
Yeah, just kind of started off doing cover versions, things like that. Didn't really have any grand plans to do anything with it, but one thing led to another. Kind of recruited a few other of our mates, roped them in.
I think we used to say we're in a band and just doing nothing that a band does for like a good couple of years, like in third year being like, oh, we're in a band, but we
You
actually
make a
did
Facebook
nothing.
page, invite all your pals.
Did nothing.
That's the evidence.
Then Ryan joined, became bassist, then we get Aaron in as drummer, and then it's changed over, Scott's now playing bass, and then we've got Robbie in the drums, who's not here
So
today.
we've had a few different lineup changes, but it's me and John are the
It's the usual stuff. It's like going to thinking it's cool to be in a band and doing it at high school, but very few people actually follow through it. So we did that, and we only really got our first gig. We were there like technically for 2 years, but I think we got a gig first 3 years into it or something.
We did a few gigs in about 2016. and then just stopped till about 2019 when we got Scott involved. And I'd say since about 2019 is when we've probably been taking it semi-seriously, if you could call it that. But obviously COVID and all that got in the way, so...
It feels like it felt like the start of the band in 2019 properly in a way, because that was like when we actually started like putting out singles and people like were taking notice and actually talking to people.
Yeah.
So.
Does kind of feel like starting again, even like 2021, obviously new drummer in, and just any momentum you had in 2019 kind of stopped for a couple of years, so it kind of feels pretty fresh again, but in a good way.
Definitely.
I was looking to get back into playing music already, New Year's, more so John than yourself, Adam. But I was looking to play bass, and you needed something to play. I'm pretty sure I just said to you at one point, I was like, I was joining.
No, I probably said the angle was in a mad out in a night out in broadcast, and I was like, you should play bass. I have no clue how good he was at bass, but someone had said that he was quite good, so I said to him. I think I was saying to everyone though when I was drunk as well at some point.
Quite good, that's fine.
If someone did say he was good, so. Amazing, sorry.
He
was the best bassist I've ever seen.
We've
been looking for about 2 years, but very passively.
Someone said he was absolutely mediocre at bass, and I went, I'll jump right on that.
That's it. You'll fit right in.
Yeah, you'll fit right in, and they're a very mediocre band. We all get different ones though. You would. I would say you would make a song with a different artist in mind. I'd make a song with it try to be like a different artist in mind, and you would as well have something as well, and it would all go together. Yeah. Is that fair?
I'd say when we were younger, there used to be everyone when they're about like high school age, has kind of listened to the same stuff, so it probably all stemmed from the same ideas then. But we've all kind of branched out a bit. But I'd say the variety's better because it means you don't end up just sounding exactly the same as whatever you're trying to emulate.
Who would yours be? Who do you think you're gonna write a song?
I think it's surprising how much I still think about Blink-182. Listened to them when I was like 6 or 7, and I don't consider them as somebody I want to sound like. Yeah. And yet every time we go to record something or write something,
I think there's truth in that though. When people are like, "Oh, who influenced you?" Like it's who you listen to when you're like 14 more than who you listen to now. Like what I actually like to listen to, it's the old stuff that keeps coming out.
Some people use this as an excuse to try and think of the most complex, you know. It's like, we're trying something like Miles Davis or something like that, or like, you know,
Green Day, Blink-182.
But we don't sound anything like these bands, but it's amazing how much that still shows through in the back of my mind all the time.
I used honest to God, I think it was an Aggresso song, like joking, for a reference for one of the tracks, just for like the way it swelled. The thing, so it comes for all sorts of things, like random bits of music you listen to, like honestly. But for me, Bombay Bicycle Club's one I listen to a lot because it's kind of that in between indie and electronic. So I think that's one for me where I try and push it one way or the other, or sometimes like try and bout a wee bit R&B influence in there as well, because it just makes you more well-rounded.
Yeah, you bring that to the table, whereas myself and Adam would be less likely to bring that. Still enjoy it, but definitely when we recorded Saturday Night Caesar, you kind of brought something different in, which was really cool.
Thank you.
Good with computers.
That seemed like a beautiful moment.
That was a beautiful moment. I was just taking it in.
Thanks, man.
He's the one that has to he showed us what to do in the computers. I can't do it.
What they
Ableton. I'm talking absolute shit here.
See these computers these young ones are using these days.
I can't use the computers.
This one's called Open Letter.
I kept all of the letters, don't read them, they make me bitter. They're stored in old dirty caskets that I keep under the mattress. Her clothes are still in my garage, in back she couldn't manage. Feels rude just to go and throw them out. I'm rude, everybody's heard by now. Heard by now. Heard by now. Don't tell me I'm tired of being innocuous and winning all the fights. I like it when you slur me and ruin quiet nights. Second operator, and if I could, I don't think I would like her half as much as I do, 'cause it's the little things that get me out of the blue. Let's sign a truce if it's over. Promise all weapons are holstered, scraping the ice from the motor. Nothing's as cold as your shoulder. Farewell to warm smiles and glances, such is retired romances. Felt rude if I ever casted doubt. I'm rude, everybody's heard by now. Heard by now. Heard by now. Don't tell me I'm tired of being innocuous and winning all the fights. I like it when you slur me and ruin quiet nights. Second operator, and if I could, I don't think I would like her half as much as I do. It's the little things that get me out of the blue. Ba 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 da da. Ba 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 da da. Half as much as I do. It's the little things that get me out of the blue. Heard by now, heard by now, heard by now, 'cause it's the little things that get me out of the blue.
I really enjoyed doing it.
I did
Yeah.
enjoy it. No,
Same.
definitely.
I'd done one myself before, just kind of, but recorded it in the house. It was like for like a charity fundraiser thing. So, but when you're doing it by yourself, it's so much even more stripped back. But I think getting the acoustic bass in and then the lead and all that definitely complements it. I'd like to do it a bit more.
We've
But
all tried before, but I think it was a lot of fun to do. Total change of pace, but it was really enjoyable.
there's not many like opportunities you really get to do it, because if you're playing live, you're obviously plugging into everything unless you're doing like a little pub session or stuff like that. But it's kind of hard to come across that.
I think it's our first live session as well, so I think I'm only conscious of the fact it's probably a bit miserable. Doing that, like, that's what I was saying in between, and we're like, this one's called Rules for Fools, this one's called Rotary Dial.
We're not very well versed at the whole
I know.
camera friendly.
I was thinking about it in my head, and I thought, what do? You go too cheesy, like, hey guys, this one's called Rotary Dial. Nah.
I think the more's probably better.
Yeah. That was good though, I really enjoyed it. We did kind of mix up, Rules for Fools we changed up from what we'd usually do, just to try and make it sound a bit better acoustic and more like well-rounded and more like less space in it, because it sounds a bit like clanking acoustic if you try and do it the exact same way. But nah, you have to do that. It's better to hear a different version of acoustic than the same stuff all the time.
Really well. It's the first one we'd run ourselves, so we just like, arranged it, like got our mate D on the support.
Yeah.
It was a really fun night. Our first ever gig was there.
Was
like, one of the ones we did in 2016, so we hadn't been since. But really nice place. Like there's no stage, so you're like eye level with the crowd.
Yeah.
And there's almost no barrier between you, so you can kind of walk into the crowd without it's not quite stage diving, but there's a good kind of interaction with the crowd. I thought
there was,
yeah.
That was it was definitely it was kind of I felt sorry for like the middle-aged people at my mum and that. They were like it was like I think we came in and they said to the guy, how many tickets you sold? We were like 100, and he was like, oh, that's kind of cramped in here with 70. And I was like, oh shit, so what's this going to be like? And then we went in. It was fine, to be fair. The only thing was, if you were like not wanting to be like having people breathing down your neck, you had to go to the side of the stage. So like it was just everyone in the middle, and then like basically the mums.
It kind of feels like a
basement
your mum, she was right in the middle.
It was
right in amongst it.
It was a bit like that, but it was quite a nice it was a nice atmosphere in general, because we set up a playlist as well of in between the songs like they might sing along to and stuff. So it was like pure 90s ones. So it was like Macy Gray
coming on to WWE
and we came on to Shawn Michaels' Sexy Boy, which I thought they got more of a reaction, but everyone was kind of like, just go up and play.
The one thing that was about, because it's like such a small venue, there's not really like a side stage door, so you're just kind of getting this like extroverted music and then just walking on past everybody. I
think the problem was like it was this like pure 80s like I think I'm cute, I know, and then we were just coming on just like walking normal, like so it felt like a wee bit like roughing the shirt off and doing like a wee striptease and all this, but we just literally, I was like, why he's not reacting, but we literally just walked on and we're like, hi guys.
We kind of had illusions of a light show, but then we got there and there was a dimmer that was either like on or off, so we just turned the lights off for half the set. But
we did randomly put like the
and the photographer was like, I couldn't actually get any photos of you because the lights were off, so we've learned our lesson there. We always try and do something that like try and push to make it a bit more production value, and I don't think it's ever really worked once. Stick to what you know.
Yeah, just stick to keep it simple, but no, we did do that, and then it was because the neon lights looked quite nice in the middle. But no, it was a class gig. What was it was in that playlist? Sophie Ellis Bextor,
Murder on the Dance Floor, just anything that's going to get people, the crowd on your side.
I'd recommend that if anyone wants to get a crowd into it, is Murder on the Dance Floor. That's the one.
No, it felt very personal, particularly like I said, having our own music to play before it.
Yeah.
Felt very close to everyone during it, so I felt
it's like a room of your friends, and then especially when you get your pals on the bill as well, like it just makes the whole thing feel more collaborative.
Yeah.
This one's called Rotary Dial.
I've been running out of things that I feel that I can talk about. I'm running out of things that I can say. Running out of things to do, ways that I can get to you. I need someone to pave down my way. But if you're lonely, just give me a call. I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing at all. It's nothing at all. I'm slowly running out. Things that I can talk about, ways that I can wear you out. Don't know if you know, but I'm okay. But if you're lonely, just give me a call. I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing at all. I'd hate to see you fall, 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 fall. I'd hate to see you fall, 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 fall. Put me on hold, 'cause you realize I'm right. You say you know I can change, so 'Cause if you're lonely, just give me a call. 'Cause if you're lonely, just give me a call.
Yeah, we always I like doing it, but kind of what you alluded to before is that if the crowd doesn't know a song, they don't really get behind you as much. So typically we'll only really play a song if it's either just about to be released or being released. Well, that's more of a recent thing. Before, when we never had that many songs released, you don't have a choice. But we've noticed such a difference now that we have quite a decent amount of singles out to fill a set, that the crowd are so much more responsive when they are recorded. So I would always lean on the side of that.
It's you kind of set your set up. You kind of like run through in your head what it's going to sound like, and where you see the bits where it's going to be clogged up with like stuff that's really good, and the bits of people are going to maybe zone out a bit more, and then you fill it back up with stuff they know. So we had to do that last gig where we had a new song called Autopilots coming out hopefully April.
That's
hopefully
recorded.
April.
It's ready to go.
We played that, and you kind of need to do it as well to keep yourself sane rather than playing the same songs all the time. But we had that, and you kind of put it in a wee pocket where people aren't going to get lost and just get distracted from the gig, but also at the same time are going to, it freshens up a wee bit as well. But sometimes the new song can have the best reaction you don't even expect it to.
What I would say on the flip side is when you used to play like a full set and you hadn't recorded anything, it was quite a good way to kind of test what went down best with a crowd. Like if you play 8 songs nobody knows and they respond really well to one, it's a good sign of that's probably the one we should record. But now really we would never play a set of 8 unreleased songs. That would be a nightmare.
I'd put it next to a cover as a good tip for anyone, because we did that we played Teardrops by Womack and Womack last time, which was well fun.
That was a really good one.
That was. But we put that with Autopilots, and see, because they're both new to you, you're giving more effort into it, more I'd say, about you're kind of like really getting into it. But I really like new tune a lot. I mean, I like all of them. I'm not trying to say one song or another, but that was that.
No, it's a bit different, isn't it? We've kind of split up into different sections.
I get right into that one. I don't know why. I just really like it.
First one we really probably wrote all together in that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there'll be more announcements for later in the year, but we'll keep that quiet for now.
Yeah, I don't get too excited. No, I sounded like it was like, oh, we're playing like, what's it called, Transmit or something, but no, it's not anything like that. It's just
you need to play the hype game, John.
Oh yeah, sorry, we might be playing Transmit.
It's actually going to be not that exciting, but
it will be reasonably exciting. This and the new single are going to be reasonably exciting.
Single should probably be out, probably not too long after those gigs. We don't quite know yet, but
we don't really work to strict deadlines, so you can't tell. So yeah, I think
it'll be out for the summer.
It will be out at some point this year.
Sometime between April and July. This one's called Rules for Fools.
Off the crowd, let's be alone. We both know that I don't live in this direction. For tonight I'll let your place be the exception. You give me the tour, you show me your words, but I already know how this plan works. Been there before, I know all the rules, but I'm no one of like those other fools. 'Cause I've seen the way that you left him, and I don't wanna be your next victim. You rue the day that you met me, I don't wanna be that kind of guy. We both leave early to go home. Shake off the crowd, let's be alone. And we both know that I don't live in this direction. For tonight I'll let your place be the exception. You give me the tour, you show me your works, but I already know how this plan works. I've been there before, I know all the rules, but I'm no one of like those other fools. 'Cause I've seen the way that you left him, and I don't wanna be your next victim. You'll rue the day that you met me. I'm not gonna let you forget me. I've seen the way that you left him. I don't wanna be your next victim. You'll rue the day that you met me. I'm not gonna let you forget me. I've seen the way that you left him. I don't wanna be your next victim. You'll rue the day that you met me. I'm not gonna let you forget me. Thank you.